this is actually from Fox News. Now, I know what people gonna say. Fox News. Here you go with some more of that Fox News. But no, I actually seen this from some other websites, but I think I first saw it here on Fox News and I read this article, so I'm a little bit more familiar with it, so that's why I'm bringing it up. But yes, this is a thing. This happened about a few weeks ago. So this particular article was published around August 13th. Now, this is what the title says. Princeton anti-capitalist class teaching black people should be considered handicapped due to systemic racism. Oh. Princeton, all right? This ain't like some community college. This isn't like University of Miami or USC Berkeley, any of that. This is Princeton. It's saying that black people should be considered handicapped due to systemic racism. Let's just go ahead and read it before I actually give my 2 cents on this. A Princeton University class curriculum slated for the upcoming fall semester claims that black people can be considered quote-unquote disabled due to the purported systemic racism they face, according to information in a course description. The class taught by a professor who specializes in women, gender, and sexuality studies, Saytel Larson, featured a book called, quote, Permission to Maim, end quote. The book argues that black people, along with other groups, the author Jasbir Puar, deemed to be oppressed by systemic racism can be considered, quote unquote, disabled, since the supposed structures in place limit their agency in society. Bruh. Now hold on. Let's think about this for a minute, y'all. Let's think about this for a minute. Because if I'm a black man, and if I can be considered disabled for being black, will the government cut a check? Could the government cut a check? Let's think about this for a minute. Before I slam this, we might be getting a check, y'all. Forget that reparations. This might be the avenue to get what's been coming to us after this over 400 years of oppression and slavery. Yeah, I'm with Sheeta Mahone. Yeah, Sheeta Mahone, she can go ahead and get a Social Security check, retirement check, and she can turn around and get a disability check just for being black. I don't know. Quote, Black Lives Matter and the struggle to end the Israeli occupation of Palestine are not only movements, quote unquote, allied with disability rights, nor are they only distinct disability justice issues. Rather, I am motivated to think of these fierce organizing practices collectively as a disability justice movement itself. As a movement, it is demanding an end to so many conditions of pre-characterization that debilitate many populations, end quote, the book stated. Pre-carterization, not characterization, sorry. That was pre-carterization. Quote, these movements may not represent the most appealing or desired versions of disability pride. Wait, hold on. Wait. So now there's a such thing as disability pride? What? I don't know. All right, quote, but they are movements anchored in fact in the lived experiences of debilitation, implicitly contesting the right to maim and imagining multiple features where bodily capacities and debilities are embraced rather than weaponized. It continued. This just sounds like a big word salad. That's all this is. It's just somebody throwing in a whole bunch of just words to try to make sense of what's going on. Or basically, they're trying to purport their crazy narrative by just throwing a whole bunch of words out there. It's just a big word salad. The course aims to, quote unquote, decolonize student modalities of thinking. The description focuses on concepts steeped in critical race theory and webbed in, quote unquote, capitalism, as on the same plane as the mistreatment, discrimination, and prejudice against gay people, also called, quote unquote, homophobia. And this is one of the things that I hate so much. I hate when people try to compare the LGBTQ community to being black. I think that is one of the most disrespectful things that you can do, is compare a person's sexual preference to me being born black. I can't choose to be black. I'm sorry. And I know a lot of people will say, well, I didn't choose to be born gay. But there is scientific studies that shows that a person who is gay is not born that way. Or should I say that there is no scientific studies to prove that a person who is gay is born that way. And now, of course, they've tried coming out with these pseudo studies and saying that, well, there is a quote unquote gay gene. And I actually saw a video one time where they were saying that if a woman has boys consecutively, let's just say if she has about 7 or 8 boys consecutively, by the time you get to the 6th child, most likely he's gay. I mean, I've heard absurd things like this. I mean, just crazy stuff. But again, there's no evidence of a person being quote unquote born gay. So therefore, you cannot equate it to being black. Quote, reorienting healing as a decolonization process enables students to repoliticize personal trauma as it intersects with global legacies of violence, war, racism, slavery, patriarchy, colonialism, Orientalism, homophobia, ableism, capitalism, and extractivism. What is extractivism? The course description said all of these isms, man. This description refers to a term called quote-unquote intersectionality, which holds that an individual can be oppressed by numerous groups simultaneously. And that is the problem with the whole concept of intersectionality. And for people who may not understand exactly what intersectionality is, or they've heard that term, but they've never really quite understood what that means when they hear it. Basically, the more things that you could check off the box, right? Like, for instance, a gay, black, female, disabled, who's a Muslim, that's 5 intersections, right? That's 5 different intersections. So that person is the quote unquote most oppressed because they fit up under all of these categories, right? I'm oppressed because I'm black. I may be discriminated against because I'm disabled. I'm discriminated against because I'm Muslim. I'm discriminated against because I'm gay, etc., etc. You see what I'm saying? So the more of those things that you can check off the box basically means that you're connecting all of these intersects, which the term intersectionality comes from, or that is the root definition of what it means when you hear like intersectionality and all of that stuff. But this goes back to the question, should black people be considered to be disabled? Because according to the definition that Spider Monkey has up, it is a person having a physical or mental condition that limits movement, senses, or activities. So basically, these people at Princeton is trying to say that if you're black, you're already at a disadvantage. So people should already pity you as soon as you come out of the womb as a black person. That's basically what they're saying. But in a way, it's so dehumanizing. It really is, because the people who try to be the most woke are the most racist. So basically you're saying that a person who's black, such as myself, I'm already at a disadvantage for being black. So a person who is a white male, cisgender Christian would be considered the quote unquote norm. Is that what these woke folk are trying to, is that what they're trying to perpetuate? A quote unquote normal person would be somebody who's white, cis, male, and Christian. Because me being a black man, I should be considered disabled. So me being black is something that's not normal. Just like a person who's born without any arms or any legs or with some type of deformity, my blackness should be equal to that. That's what's being taught at Princeton, or this is a curriculum that they want to teach at Princeton. This is a renowned university. Princeton is a college. It's been deemed as a prestigious college. This is what they want to teach. This description refers to a term called, oh, I'm sorry, I already read that part. Quote, the course participates in a new project to help illuminate how the humanities itself can offer new paths to understanding trauma and healing. It continued. Listen, let me tell you something. All of you woke folk at Princeton University, all of the lawmakers and the politicians who goes with all of this, who's quote unquote fighting for people like me who are black, cut the check. Just cut the check. We're tired of you talking about it. Stop trying to bring together groups and people to come together and say, oh, we need to try to figure out how we can help black people heal. Put the money in our bank accounts. Just do that. Stop with all of the gaslighting. If you really feel that I'm oppressed, just start cutting me the check. Just do that. Just make sure that I'm kissing seven figures every year. That's what you need to do. But guess what? These people are not going to do that. Why? Because these people are racist. And some of these people are too dumb enough to realize that they are racist. That's why I tell black people, stop listening to these people. Black people will go out and watch all of these TikTok videos and support all of these white people who are putting up videos talking about, oh, my ancestors did black people so wrong. And then they'll turn around, this white man, he woke. He know what's going on. But yet and still, these people who are putting these videos up talking about, we need to apologize for black people. They're turning around and they're growing their social media and getting all types of speaking engagements, getting paid for that, getting paid for the clicks and views and all of this stuff here. But they're not taking that money and putting it back into the hood for the people that they're grifting off of. I mean, if that's not racist, I don't know. I don't know. But being a coon, I don't see things the right way as a black man because my mind has been colonized, y'all. That's what happens when you become a coon. Princeton and Larson did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Larson's research specialties included, quote, the intersection of law, science, women, gender, and sexuality, reproduction, aka abortion, just to put that out there, health and medicine, Islam and secularism. Not Christian. Not gonna add the Christians in there. Why? Because Christianity is antithetical to these leftist woke movements. That's why. You can't put Christians in there. Oh, you're not gonna do that. Colonialism, post-colonialism, and globality. I swear, man, I think they just be making some of this stuff up. I really do. And that's the end of this article. That is the end of this article. They done got me riled up already. I done got riled up already dealing with these woke folks. Listen, people, we don't need anybody speaking for our community, the black community. I don't need white guilt. And I was just playing earlier about, white people cutting checks and all of that stuff. I don't need your money. I don't need your sympathy. I don't need your pity. I don't need any of that stuff. Because the Lord is the one who takes care of me. My refuge comes from the Lord. It doesn't come from your gaslighting. It doesn't come from the money that you're willing to put into my account. The Lord is the one who takes care of me. And how dare you, as anybody who is white or otherwise, I don't care if you're white, black, whoever, who thinks that black people, just by being born with black skin, should be considered a disability. Shame on you for that. Especially if you're a person who claims to be a Christian. If you claim to be a Christian and you agree with any of this rhetoric, this trash, this garbage that we just read, shame on you. You need to repent. Because the Bible tells us that all men are created, all men and women, mankind, that's what I'm meaning. All men and women are created in the image of God. God is the one who knitted us in the womb. Even the people who are born with deformities, still made in the image of God because they're still human beings. So coming up with these woke ideologies are ideologies that come straight from the devil. is satanic thought, satanic thinking. That's why it just really bothers me when I hear Christians who want to lock arms with all of this pro-black garbage. Well, I agree with the sentiment of Black Lives Matter, but I don't really agree with the group. The dumbest thing I heard ever. We got 3 lesbian black women started a group grifting off of the deaths of black men. And when they first put their statement of faith up, statement of faith or what do you call it? They manifest or whatever on their website, they probably mentioned about 4 things out of a whole list of stuff on their website that mention anything about black men, black people. The other talking points was about tearing down the quote unquote not just the patriarchy, but tearing down the nuclear family. Something that is highly lacking in the black community. Fatherlessness, again, all you got to do is check the numbers. Fatherlessness is what is killing the black community. That is what's leading to the degradation of the black community. And you got these women who came up with this quote unquote Black Lives Matter organization and said that their goal is to tear down the nuclear family, aka remove the fathers out of the home. That's what they want to do. Made all of that money and did not put 1 cent back into the black community, which they claimed that they were serving. How ironic is that? But me talking like this, people like Thomas Sowell, Larry Elder, Vodi Baca, we all coons for pointing that out. People like you who are black, who agree that we have some serious issues in the black community that we have to address. It's not white supremacy. It's stuff that we got to do in our own communities. We got to hold ourselves accountable. But that's coon talk. Y'all go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that like button for me. And, this concludes our time of Cooning with Alton.